Okay, so one of my teaching strengths is that I'm very crafty. I really like to make activities for my students because it just brings out my inner child, and I love that. I just love making them. Over the course of the semester, I made 3 different crafts for my students. First, around Halloween time, they made candy corn, which was fun. We put that around the bulletin board along with the hand turkeys, of course, the classic. We couldn't go another Thanksgiving without those. The children really enjoyed that a lot. And then around like right after the Thanksgiving break, I had them make octopuses. They were learning how to count, and for example, on the first leg of the octopus, they would put 1 dot, and then on the second leg, they would put 2 dots, and they really loved that. That was a lot of fun. So with that lesson, I made a lesson plan for the octopuses, and I learned that you don't always go along with what is planned. So I wasn't planning on making dots on each of the legs for my students, but for a few of them I had to because they're preschoolers and some of them still don't really understand directions yet. They're not very good at listening to directions yet, so I had to draw 1 dot on the first leg, 2 dots on the second leg, and then so on until the 8th leg. And I learned that throughout the lesson, and it was just like a good learning experience that not everything goes as planned, so you have to know how to change your directions, and so that you understand it and so that the children understand it. One of my weaknesses is I'm not very confident with my students. Sometimes in the classroom that I was in, my teacher would have to take charge of what I was doing because the students some of the students didn't really listen to me sometimes if I would say, "Oh, go get in line," and they would be like, "No." And I'd say, "Yeah, you have to get in line." And then they'd just be like, "No," and just stand there. And then my teacher would be like, "Hey, get in line." And then they would get in line because that's what the teacher told them to do. But, I know that I have 3.5 more years to learn to be more assertive with my students, and I plan to keep practicing. I really am passionate about this, and I'm just really excited to keep working with my students.